Hi there. My name is Emma, and today's lesson is a very important one. It's on vocabulary that has to do with technology. So in this lesson, we will be covering 13 new vocabulary words that you probably don't know. We'll also talk a little bit about whether or not to use the with technology. And this lesson is especially good if you are planning on taking the TOEFL or the IELTS or any other type of test like that, because they often have questions that have to do with technology on those types of tests. So you may get an essay question asking, how has technology improved our lives? Or think of a technology that you couldn't live without. So for these tests, vocabulary plays a very important role in your mark. So you really want to score high on vocabulary. These words will help you to do that. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, we have technology written here. And as you can see, it's a noun. And in general, it's uncountable. So I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. We also have technological, which is the adjective form of technology. Okay, so what is technology? It's a very, very general term, which, encompasses many things. So oftentimes technology refers to tools, machines, information, which make tasks or jobs easier and which improve our lives. So a very broad definition for technology. Okay, so here I have a sentence. The technology has made our lives better. Now you'll notice this big red X. This is one of the most common mistakes I see ESL students make. They love to put the with technology, but this is incorrect. So this sentence should really be, technology has made our lives better. And the reason is because technology is uncountable, and this is a general technology. We're talking about technology generally here. We're not talking about a specific type of technology. We're talking very generally. So you don't need the. Okay, so when you write your IELTS or TOEFL essay, don't write the technology, unless our second sentence, I saw a lecture on the technology of storytelling. So this is actually a lecture I did see. It was a TED Talk I watched, and it was called The Technology of Storytelling. In this case, we do have the technology. This is okay because we're talking about a specific technology. What type of technology is it? The technology of, this is usually a clue, storytelling. So let me write specific. So if you're just saying technology and the next thing is the verb, don't use the. If you're saying technology of something, use the. Okay? So now let's look at some of the words we're going to learn in this lesson. Okay, so we have 3 words here, first of all, that have to do with people. Okay, so these are our people words. So we have our positive words, and you see the big smiley face, meaning this refers about positive things about people. And then we have negative words, or a sad face. So let's look at the positive words first. The first one we have is technophile. Okay, a technophile. So what is a technophile? Well, file, anytime you see file, this means love. Okay, so we have a lot of words. Cinephile is someone who loves films, for example. So file is a key part of this word, and it means love. So can you guess what this means? Technophile? A technophile is a noun, so it's a person, and it's someone who loves technology. Okay, someone who loves technology is a technophile. Now we have the opposite of a technophile, a technophobe. So just like phile means love, phobe has a very important meaning to this word. Phobe is similar to phobia, and a phobia is a fear of something. So if you are a technophobe, you have a fear of technology. You're afraid of technology. So someone afraid of technology. So for me, between being a technophile and a technophobe, I'd probably consider myself a technophobe. I know I make these online videos, so it's a little bit, I guess, ironic, but I don't have an iPad, I don't have an iPhone. All these modern gadgets, they actually make me feel stressed out and anxious. So I'm a technophobe. But presumably, if you're watching our videos online, maybe you're a technophile. And this is very good if you want to learn English. If you like technology, there's a lot of technology to help you learn English better. Okay, so our next word is tech savvy. Now this is an adjective that has to do with people. And someone who is tech savvy is someone who knows a lot about computers or technology. I put computers here, but it can be technology in general. So those people who are extremely good when they touch a computer, you know, it does the right thing automatically. Those people are very tech savvy. They don't run into a lot of the same problems I do when I use the computer. So I am not tech savvy. But an example, he is tech savvy. Okay? So now let's look at some other words that refer more to the actual technology. So the words to my side are words that can be used to describe different technology. Okay, different types of technology. So the first word we have, again, we have positive words. So these are what you want when you buy a piece of equipment or some form of technology. And then we have negative words. So this is what you don't want. Okay? So first of all, the first word is cutting edge. So this can be either a noun or an adjective. And cutting edge means it's the leader. It's at the forefront. It's in the lead of technology. So for example, I hear in South Korea, they have robotic teachers. So robotic ESL teachers and teachers teaching classrooms. I don't know if this is true, but I've seen some news clips about it. And so I would say that that is definitely cutting edge technology. Robotic teachers. Okay? Now, state of the art has a very similar meaning. It means the most recent and the best. Okay, so state of the art is the most recent and the best. It's also an adjective. So an example is, at the time of this filming, I think the iPad 3 has come out, and I would say this is state-of-the-art technology, the iPad 3. Maybe in a few years, they'll be at iPad 9 or 10, and things will be different, but right now, that's the state-of-the-art technology. Okay, and then we can also use the latest when we describe technology. This is an adjective, and it just means the newest. So have you bought the latest iPhone, for example? So our next word is obsolete. So this is a negative word. This whole section is negative. Obsolete is an adjective, and it means no longer used. So what's an example of something that's obsolete? I have a huge collection of VHS tapes at my house. Now my VCR doesn't work, and now we use DVDs or Blu-ray discs. So VHSs are obsolete. They're no longer used. Okay. Another word very similar to obsolete is outdated. So outdated is an adjective, and again it means very old, or it's also a synonym of obsolete. So what is outdated? Well, if you bought a computer from the 1980s today, so you bought a 1980s personal computer, that would probably be considered outdated because we have all these newer models which work a lot better. So that's outdated. Okay, so now we're just going to switch back to our positive side, and we have the word compact. Compact is an adjective, and what does it mean? It means small, easy to carry. This is my cell phone, very small. It's compact. It fits in my pocket. It's not clumsy. It's not bulky. Bulky is the opposite of compact. Bulky is an adjective, and it's when something is very massive and kind of a little bit clumsy. It's hard to, you can't put it in your pocket. So I don't know if you remember, if you were born in the early 1990s, cell phones used to look like walkie-talkies. You could say that they were bulky. You couldn't put them in your pocket. They were big. Now they've gotten a lot smaller, and they're more compact. So now let's look at a couple other words that have to do with technology. Okay, so these are our last two words. User-friendly. So this, again, is a very good thing. If something is user-friendly, it's an adjective, and it means it's easy to use. So for someone like a technophobe like me, I really want something that's user-friendly. So here is an example sentence. Some of you may disagree with this, but some people would say Facebook is very user-friendly. I don't know where I stand on that. With the latest Facebook edition, I don't know if it's so user-friendly or not. But some people would say Facebook is very user-friendly. Okay. Now, our final word for today is glitch. Glitch is a noun, and it means a defect, problem, or error. Oftentimes we talk about glitches when we're talking about computers. Okay, and so plural, this is glitches with an ES. Okay, so here's our example sentence. Some of you may have been on Ingvid trying to do some of our quizzes the other day. The quizzes on Ingvid had some glitches a couple of days ago, but they're fixed now. So I invite you to come practice our vocabulary and try our quizzes at www.ingvid.com. Until next time.